A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Netflix's new Marilyn Monroe documentary isn't just about her career. The latest film on the legendary actress is The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe. The Unheard Tapes, a documentary based on audio interviews conducted by Anthony Summers.
While it's a compelling, thought-provoking piece, it's also an extremely narrow slice of the Monroe story. The film isn't about her career or her psychiatry, and it focuses on the woman herself.
The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe. The Unheard Tapes is based on audio interviews conducted by Anthony Summers. The film is based on audio interviews conducted by Summers between 1982 and 1985.
He had previously published his book Goddess about Monroe's life. Now, Summers is revisiting the audio interviews and creating a documentary based on these tapes.
It's a fascinating look into one of America's most beloved stars, but some people may find it disturbing. The film is based on the real-life audio recordings of over 600 interviews conducted by Anthony Summers.
The audio interviews feature voices that have never been publicly released, including those closest to Monroe. The film has numerous interviews of the actress's closest friends and associates.
This new documentary tells these stories through the voices of those who knew her best. The film is a short one-hour documentary, with the focus on interviews with people who knew Monroe before her tragic death.
Several of these individuals discuss what they believe happened to her. Some reveal a variety of conspiracy theories surrounding her death, but the film's aim is to put the mystery to rest once and for all.
Summers has spent decades investigating Monroe's life and death. The film also explores the role of celebrity in Marilyn Monroe's life.
Her tragic death spawned conspiracy theories and distorted public perception of her talent. However, Summers uncovered several fascinating stories about Monroe from those who knew her best.
With such an intriguing and compelling film, it's sure to become a classic in the history books. It's not about Marilyn Monroe.
The new Netflix documentary, The Other Marilyn Monroe, shows a very different side of the dazzling icon. Instead of focusing on the star's glitzy, glamorous persona, it instead focuses on the complex woman behind the legend.
Despite her fame, Monroe was a multidimensional human being who had multiple relationships and had daddy issues. In addition to her many relationships, she had a miscarriage, which contributed to her lack of self-esteem and confidence.
The documentary's salacious title hints at the film's agenda. Monroe herself expressed questions about whether or not the public should know about her life.
Summers' film uses never-before-seen tapes of Monroe's inner circle to tell her story. The tapes include confessions by Hollywood insiders, famous casting agents, and Monroe's closest companions.
The film isn't the only Monroe documentary to be so superficial. For while Monroe's life and death have been the subject of numerous projects, The Other Marilyn re-examines the actress's mysterious death and suggests a sinister motive.
This film is based on Anthony Summers' 1985 New York Times bestseller, Goddess. It features interviews with Monroe's family, associates, and friends.
Rather than the requisite biography, the film makes use of audio from these tapes and lip-sync sectors to recreate conversations between Monroe and her family. While it's true that the film attempts to correct the record, it also seems to use lip-syncing actors to create a false impression of conversations between Monroe and her friends.
Though it's compelling artifice, this method seems to clash with the documentary's goal of eradicating the scandal. One such example is Monroe's purported relationship with Fidel Castro.
The film also focuses on the rumors that Monroe's bedroom was bugged by communists. It's not about her career.
If you haven't seen the latest documentary on the legendary actress, you're missing out. Reframed as a fascinating look at the films of the legendary actress.
The Netflix series looks at her career and death, focusing on the tapes never before released to the public. This fascinating new documentary is worth a viewing for both fans of her films and movie buffs alike.
This evocative documentary isn't just about her career. The first half of this Netflix documentary is devoted to other people's memories of the actress.
Filmmaker Anthony Summers has remade some of the recordings of Monroe. These aren't the clearest recordings, but they are reminiscent of the Instagram filter look of early video recordings.
Still, the film isn't as ethically iffy as Morgan Neville's recent biopic, which uses artificial intelligence to recreate the actress's words. While most of these films focus on the Hollywood legend's career, this one focuses more on the star as a fragile, vulnerable person who was exploited and abused by men.
This is a welcome change from the recent conversations about women in power. Although Monroe may have had to deal with these problems in her life, her plight as an object of shame and ridicule is certainly worth learning about.
The premiere of The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe. The Unheard Tapes on April 27 is an enlightening and informative documentary about the legendary actress. Produced by Emma Cooper and Chris Smith, this new film explores the lore surrounding the star's death and reveals more of the complex life of this talented actress.
Although she died at the age of 36, her career spanned nearly 30 films. It's not about her psychiatry.
Netflix's new Marilyn Monroe documentary ISN and Appos. T about her psychiatry. While most people are interested in the glamour and power of Marilyn Monroe, the truth is that her mental health was a dark side, and the film does a better job at exposing her life as a person than any previous biography.
The filmmakers tried to make the film not problematic by portraying her mental health problems as real, so the movie is a sort of mental health comedy, and Italian Drame di film uses archival news clips and movie clips to set the scene and isolate the inner life of the actress, who became a media sensation after she divorced Joe DiMaggio.
However, most of the movie is spent watching actors from the early 80s drag their mouths along to the rambling questions of Summers. The resulting documentary is a somber reminder of how much power Marilyn Monroe had over the press.
The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe, The Unheard Tapes, is a Netflix documentary that teases a conspiracy surrounding the actress' death. Unfortunately, it is a rehash of previously established facts and rumors about her psychiatric history.
It may be interesting to some, but it is hardly a must-see for anyone interested in the star's life. Despite its salacious title, The Unheard Tapes does not address Monroe's psychiatry.
This is because The Unheard Tapes doesn't feed the she was murdered conspiracy theories and instead uncovers news stories that might have been previously unreported. It may seem like a documentary about psychiatry, but it's more of a true crime expose.
It's not about her death. If you're not familiar with Marilyn Monroe's tragic death, you may want to check out Netflix's new documentary, The Mystery of Marilyn, The Unheard Tapes.
The film, which is available to stream on Netflix today, takes a fresh look at the Hollywood icon through the lens of a true crime documentary. The documentary examines previously unpublished claims regarding Monroe's death, and it makes several allusions to her affairs with JFK.
The film's director, Emma Cooper, is no stranger to dark subjects. Her previous documentaries include The Disappearance of Madeleine McCann, which looks into the case of a missing 3-year-old girl, and the true crime drama Bikram, Yogi, Guru, Predator, which investigates allegations against hot yoga icon Bikram Choudhury.
Our women-led Impress Films is committed to promoting underrepresented voices in society. The documentary is based on audio interviews with Anthony Summers, who was a key part of the film's research.
In the film, he lip-syncs as actors reenact phone calls. The Unheard Tapes explores some of Monroe's most controversial moments, including her infamous suicide.
The Unheard Tapes doesn't fuel the she was murdered conspiracy theories, but rather uncovers some largely unknown stories about the star. This film has a high production value with many actors in character.
Despite its shortcomings, it's still worth a watch. The Mystery of Marilyn Monroe is an entertaining Netflix movie that explores her life and death.
It's part of the Netflix's modern storytelling strand, which focuses on the star's horrific death. Many of the footage used in the film is stock footage and dramatic recreations of dead bodies.